Welcome to the Psychic Coffee Shop. This is Aeson Knight, and my co-host, Love Raines, will be joining me in a minute. We would like to welcome you to the Psychic Coffee Shop. We hope that you will settle in, grab a cup of coffee, relax, listen in, tune up, and take part in our show. Just give us one moment. You know, this is kind of new for us, and we're trying to figure out everything as it goes, so we're having to fly by our seat of our pants. I hope you guys will enjoy the show and, move forward with us. We hope to really explore a lot of psychic stuff. We hope to also work on, expanding your knowledge of psychic abilities and also help you find your own way and your path. So, I see we got a couple callers already in line. We will be with you guys just as soon as we can. And, the second part of our show, we will probably be doing, one-question readings that are going to be very short, very comfortable for everything, and very relaxed. We want you to take your time and, really get, comfortable with us so that, we can really help each other. Looks like she's having a little bit of trouble getting in, but we will take care of that. You can reach us for call-ins at 1-424-675-6825. And our chat room is open, so please join us in there. And welcome, guests. I see that we have a few guests in there, so I want to go ahead and welcome them. Let's see if she's made it in yet. Sorry for the delay, everyone. This is a totally new thing for us. I've been working on getting it together with her for over a year. The show itself, I hope to really reach and help a lot of you. You can also, check out our webpage, psychicnights.org. It has a lot of information about me, myself, and, Raine S Love and her psychic work and how, she enjoys helping people. Plus, you guys can connect with us for live readings. Okay, let me see here. I can't see. I'll see her. Mute. If you get disconnected from us, please just call back in. Since we're waiting on her, I'm going to go ahead and take a few, psychic calls, and, then we can move forward. Hi, welcome to the Psychic Coffee Shop. This is Aeson Knight. How can I help you?
But these are some of the emails that
Love Raines, is this you? Love Raines, if you can hear me, just call directly into the guest number, which is 1-424-675-6825. Because I'm having trouble locating you in our calling thing. You know, guys, we really enjoy you being here. We may have to stop and restart just because this is our first experience with this platform. It's been a really long time since we've been, doing readings, but, Blog Talk is such a new avenue for us. And I really feel like, it's going to be really good for everybody involved. I'm going to put on some music here in a minute until I can get Love Raines in here. Just give me 1 second. And it's really, how we base ourselves a lot. On, ourselves and, how we as psychics try to help and abbreviate people. Wow. Okay, I gotta figure out. Our show producer, which we will have on next show, will be screening you guys. Currently, what will happen is you call in and you'll just get put on hold until we can get to you. And as we do, it'll be a lot easier for everybody in general. But for right now, you're just going to get put on hold. You'll hear the show. We'll bring you on. We're going to do a 1-question reading, and then we'll move forward with that. Good evening, caller. This is Aeson. Welcome to the Psychic Coffee Shop. How can I help you?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome, dear. And how can I help?
I wanted to see if you can give me any insight into a romantic relationship. So I wanted to see what you see for me for that.
Okay. Is there someone in particular you want me to look at?
No, there's no one. But I'm looking for a long-term, committed type relationship.
Okay, hon, let me take a look here.
Okay.
I really don't see it entering up until about mid-March. They'll be dark-haired, medium height, very much into their own business, which will be great. And I feel like you'll really build off of that relationship.
Okay, so something solid.
Yes.
Good, okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you for calling in, and, continue listening.
Definitely will.
Thank you.
You know what? Can I ask you one quick question? I'm sorry. Do you know the circumstances of how I will be meeting him? I'm just curious.
It looks to me that you're introduced to him through a business official.
Okay.
Okay?
Great. All righty. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take the next one. Hi, thanks for calling the Psychic Coffee Shop. This is Aeson. How can I help you? Hello?
Aeson?
Yes. Love Raine, thank you for joining.
Little technical problem there, but I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Nothing big. We got it through. We'll just fly by, let Spirit lead us. Well, coffee nerds, this is Raine's Love. She's my co-host and cohort in crime, and, I'd like to welcome her. And now we're going to take off and start the show.
Welcome, everybody, and thank you for calling in. It was so nice. I logged in and there was already callers in line. Love Raine. That's just pure love there. That's right.
Okay, so, Love Raine, I think we really should, go ahead and start the show off and light our candle.
Wonderful. Well, welcome, everyone. We have the chat room open, so feel free to join us at the Psychic Coffee Shop, where we hope you enjoy your experiences as well as learn something through our insight and also find something to brighten your day. We hope to talk to everyone, about everything from psychic to paranormal to religion to tools that you can use to help make your journey through life more enlightening. And, okay, as we start, we want to take a moment to clear out our mind and light our candle to light the world. And as we light the candle, we send out pure white light to help all of you who are going through the storms of light. And may the light lead you to a safe harbor to rest and see your way through your troubles. And so may it be.
So may it be. Okay, now it's time for us to take a coffee break. After all this, I need one. But our segment, Coffee Break, is about talking about what's on our minds. Different events and issues we've seen pop up in the news and our magazines, and we want to bring our listeners into this also. I'm noticing Facebook is becoming a lot of people's lives. I'm not sure it's a good thing all the time.
Yeah, and sometimes, I agree with you on that, Aeson, because sometimes, as often many of us run into problems with relationships, sometimes I feel like Facebook can also be a way for sometimes people to avoid, getting to the answers with relationships, sometimes avoiding people, in giving, them the honest truth. It also is used often to hurt people. And I don't really think that's the original intent of it. What do you think the original intent of Facebook was?
To really start sharing things with people. And, in this age of building our lives, we get so busy. And, it's a really great thing, especially if you've got people all around the world, to, be able to talk with them, to, share your life, things going on in your world. But, it's really grown into this large dating spree that, isn't always good because, just because people are on, people forget, just because people are on your your Facebook friends page or your MySpace page, it doesn't mean that you have a real bond with them. You may know them as friends and colleagues and you share stuff with them. But people get way too jealous over that.
Well, one thing that I do find is that, especially, if you live away from people that you know, friends that you know, it's a really good way to keep checked in. But, often, and I know I experience this with a lot of times with my clients, they have entire relationships on Facebook and often find themselves getting hurt, based on things that are happening on the Facebook when it really doesn't have that much to what's really going on in their life or even with the relationship.
Right. And, people, get worried over it and they just need to relax and understand what it's there for, just to connect, which I feel a lot of people are searching for.
Yeah. And, the Internet in and of itself is a wonderful way for us to connect with others.
Right.
But that's what it's about. It's about connecting. It's not about necessarily just about the relationship only being online.
Right. And, when you're in online dating or online relationships, it comes to a point to where you have to break that online connection and make a real connection. And you got to deal with safety there.
Exactly. You're right. Aeson, there was another subject that kind of been on my mind, especially this week, because I was reading this article. And, I know a lot of people, have heard over, their lifetime controversy about psychics. Are they real? Are they not real? And this week I was reading an article about, a scientific project that had been done at a college, with students, whether or not, psychics were real, whether or not this was, something that could be proven scientific. And, there are still those out there who are naysayers, with regard to the authenticity of, people having psychic ability. But what's your take on that as far as science?
As far as science, I think that it's able to be proven. I feel like it's going to take some really dedicated scientists to track it, because we really, get into things, and there's physical responses. I know when I'm doing readings, I heat up like fire. I mean, I had an air conditioner installed, and I'm running it in January sometimes. But, it's going to take scientists to find a group of psychics that's willing to do it, and also a group of clients that's willing to do it in a non-biased way so that they can prove it. And I feel they have proven it many times. I mean, back in the 1800s, you used to stuff mediums' mouths with cotton, fill their mouth with water, and the readings would still occur. And they still haven't figured out how, but they will.
And it really is kind of tapping into an area where really a lot of us, many people really don't, know that much about that part of our intuitive ability. And if you've never really tapped into it, you're not really going to be a believer.
Right.
And, a lot of times, most of the time what people do is, say you're sitting here and you're thinking about somebody, and suddenly they call you. Some people might say that's coincidence. Some people might not. I personally do not believe in coincidence.
Right.
I believe that you're tapping into that energy.
And I feel like, you're going to tap into it even more so as, you use it, because it's a muscle. It's like a runner. If you're not used to running, you can only run short distances. But when you really start using that gift, you're going to be hitting it non-string.
Exactly. So, now, back to another subject that we kind of got started on a little bit, Aeson. But, there's also been some controversy lately about online dating. And, there's been a recent, very famous, particular case going on where someone has been murdered, due to, meeting someone online and meeting them. And, a lot of people find themselves in this situation. I consider it to be a venue that is just another source of dating. However, I think that there's some things that we need to be concerned about, when putting ourselves in that position. What's your take on online dating as opposed to meeting people in other ways?
My take on online dating is you have to use common sense. You have to have an increased level of safety. And you have to really think about it, okay? If someone is contacting you from another country, you got to be sketchy with that. I would not commit to it. There needs to be, standard rules. You would not give someone on a blind date $5,000. So why would you do that for someone you're chatting with online?
Well, it's surprising to me that how often people find themselves in situations where, they get to know people and they learn to trust them, even though they haven't met them, and then they find themselves in a situation where they do end up in that position,
right.
Which, of course, as we know, we wouldn't normally do that.
Right. And when you end up in that position, you got to realize you got to stop now.
I think that there are definitely some specific rules that any one of us need to be thinking about when it comes to dating online. And those rules really are, in a lot of ways, even similar to dating when you're going out there and meeting somebody anyway. What do you think they are?
I feel like, they should be within your reach. B, you should not meet them after first contact.
Exactly. And, I think also it's important to, consider not only just, within your reach, but have a certain geographical location that's within reason.
Right.
Also, even, checking them out, doing a background check, taking some certain safety, precautions.
Right. And, those precautions need to be public meeting, checking them out. I'm sorry, if you're talking to someone online, their life is out there. Hit Google. Wonderful thing. Google it.
Mm-hmm.
Google their name and see what pops up, and check it with what's going on in your conversations.
Yeah, and, another thing is if somebody's not willing to meet you after a certain amount of time, maybe they're just really more interested in being able to have a chat buddy.
Right, and that's when you need to realize it's a chat buddy and disconnect from it, if that's not what you're doing. You need to have an end game.
Exactly. Setting a date and a time limit.
Right. Don't chat with them for 6 months and never discuss, you're coming to me, I'm coming to you, we're meeting in the middle, and stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you're going to them, you do not make plans to stay at their house. Stay at a hotel that they don't know which hotel it is.
Well, and then also often, here's another thing. Often I hear this, okay? A lot of times people say, we're going to meet, but they want me to pay for the plane ticket. What's your take on that?
Then you should be the one flying.
Right.
If you're not the one doing the traveling, then you don't need to be the one paying for the ticket. Okay? That's their responsibility. It's like if they, you ask you for the date, then, you pay for the dinner. But if they asked you for the date, you shouldn't have to pay for the dinner.
Correct.
If it was real life, then it should be the same way in online life and moving offline life.
Exactly. And, here's another thing that I often hear from people. They think that people are not really having a relationship if they're talking to somebody online, and there's a lot of controversial out there. What's your take on that?
If you're talking and you're talking interpersonal stuff, we're going to marry, we're going to be engaged, we're going together, you're having online sex, then you're in a relationship.
Very good. Yeah, because I agree. Relationships, there's so many different definitions for relationships right now, and I think people often get confused on what a relationship is. And a relationship really covers many areas, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It covers personal life, it covers public life, it covers your life, and it's normally the strongest connection in your life.
Exactly. So my take on this is I think that, online dating is acceptable as well as any other type of dating. You just need to remember that there are similar rules that apply, and you do need to be careful.
Right.
You need to protect yourself. You need to be aware.
Right.
Not everybody out there is really just, trying to take advantage of people online. There are people who are generally looking for relationships.
Right.
And generally have found them.
But you should treat it the same as if it was right there in your face. Okay? You should, if point blank, if you're going to meet someone, I'm blessed, made a great thing. Leave information. Where are you going? What time are you meeting? Who are you meeting? What's their phone number? What's their address?
Right.
You should, furthermore, meet in a public place and leave from that public place by yourself. That public place meeting does not mean we're going back to the hotel room. You need to clarify what you expect out of them. You need to clarify your behavior. What what you would accept in real life, you should only accept in online life. If you don't accept them acting like an idiot and, ignoring you for 2 days, point blank, then why would you accept it in online life?
Exactly. So, let's go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about ourselves.
Well, I think we should do many interviews between each other.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. So, Raine, tell me about your psychic abilities, when you realized them, what they are.
Well, it's really interesting to me because really as a young child, I began to see things, pick up information quite often. I would, see scenarios, see people, see situations before they happened, and I really didn't exactly understand what it was. And, of course, when I would go to, other people and talk to them about it, they'd look at me like I was crazy. And yet I kept having these experiences. So this I started finding that happened very young. My first recollection of that was between 4 and 5 years old with an incident that related to my grandparents, picking up on a situation previous to it happening. And I first began to have mediumship abilities as well as empathic and clairvoyant abilities. Really didn't start, working with that until later years, though. But at a very young age, I began to notice it, just not exactly sure what was going on at the time.
Mm-hmm. And what are your gifts?
Well, I am a clairvoyant. I'm an empathic. And one of my strongest skills is mediumship.
Okay. And is there anything you don't read? Because I have personal, things I don't read. I don't read death. I don't deal with it.
Yeah, very good. In fact, that is the one area that I really do not go into with people. And, I will tell them, that really ethically, this is an area that I don't like to, go into, but I will try to give them information, as necessary to the situation in ways that they can help, prepare themselves, do things that they might want to get taken care of with loved ones.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know it runs in my family. Does it run in yours?
Does what run in my family?
Your psychic abilities.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about something else. Actually, I do have some family members who have now passed on that very clearly have mediumship abilities and clairvoyant and empathic abilities. I have a son who has mediumship abilities.
How wonderful.
Yeah. So it is there. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's your turn to put me in the hot seat.
And you'll find us at www.themagichappens.com, your free online magazine.
Are you at a crossroads in your life? Or are you feeling stuck and not sure where to turn? We can help. Visit our website at psychic.biz from your computer, smartphone, or tablet, where you can get accurate readings and insight by speaking with any one of our tested advisors. We offer live chat, video sessions, one-on-one phone calls, and even email readings. We have several gifted psychics, tarot readers, astrologers, and other healers from around the world who are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your initial chat is always free, and our psychics do offer special prices and low per-minute rates. Visit us today at psychic.biz and get the guidance you need today for your tomorrow.
You're listening to the Magic Happens Radio Network, sponsored by the Magic Happens magazine. You'll find us at www.themagichappens.com.
The Magic Happens magazine.
So I'm a cat,
and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Do you have burning questions you need answered? We all do. Visit our website at psychic.biz where you can find accurate psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers from around the world who are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can have your questions answered anonymously and right from your computer, tablet, or smartphone. The introductory chat is always free, and we offer low per-minute rates and special promotions. Our online psychics offer helpful, practical guidance into what matters most to you. Visit us today at psychic.biz.
And you'll find us at www.themagichappens.com, your free online magazine.
Well, Aeson, how long have you been doing psychic readings?
Oh, Lord, honey. Non-publicly, probably 20 years. Publicly, for the past 17. And then, been really working on, my base is tarot. My gifts are clairvoyancy. I do a lot of clairaudient also, which basically means I can hear and see what's going on within that person's life, but it's really non-conditional. I don't cover death. I prefer not to deal with clients that, don't open up. If I'm hitting brick walls, I'm going to tell you, you ain't giving me much to work with. I need to be, have access to you. And that's really sometimes hard for them, especially when I have to call them on the carpet because I see I'm making repetitively the same mistake.
Yeah, and, that is very, very important that you bring that up because often when someone closes up and they really don't allow you to be able to tap into them, and it really is a struggle to do a reading, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I do have to ask you a question, and this comes back to your strengths. I know that you deal a lot with tarot readings. Mm-hmm. What would you consider would be the difference between tarot cards, playing cards, and angel cards?
They're all the same. They're cards. I've often made the statement, if you wanted to, you could read off of index cards. They're based on the same principles. They're based on the same things. It's just the artwork is different, and sometimes a little bit of the meanings are different, but they all relate to each other. I, myself, actually quite enjoy the playing cards sometimes. Right. I prefer herbal tarot just because I connect really great with it. Other people connect great with angel cards, and I use them, as a daily thing.
Now, here's something that I do want to ask you, because I know with regard to my personal experience that it's those defining moments in my life that really, grew me up as far as my own psychic abilities. Were there traumatic events or specific time periods in your life where you feel like that helped you with regard to your spiritual walk?
At an early age, I had an accident, and that, I was seen as the blessed child because I recovered from it. Then when I began growing and experiencing psychic abilities, my grandmother really assisted me and helped me a lot on it. And, she was a psychic, and she done her readings the old-fashioned way, which was type them out and mail them to her clients, and she would have private tea parties. But, and after she passed, we just kind of left that room of hers alone and locked it away. And I went into nursing. That was my career path. I was going to be a nurse and RN and, and help people that way. And I started getting the message, you need to stop. You are not doing what you're supposed to do. Go back to what you started. And I didn't listen. and it was a really defining moment when I went to lift a patient that I had moved 40 times, and my back snapped, and that ended the nursing career forever. I spent 6 months in therapy, and literally was told, don't pick up anything lighter than a coffee cup.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm poking around the homestead because I've had to return home so I can be helped, because I can't bend over. I'm in this big skeletal cage-like thing. And one day I went into her room and her journal was laying open. And it talked about my first experience, my first psychic experience. And that reminded me, and that's when I started really reconnecting with my guides, doing readings in chat rooms, and then, a psychic party. I was invited to do this party and then go to this fair and then come join this network and this network, and that's when the networks really took off. And, that began my career.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I find for myself, it's those defining moments, those moments where actually, there was a point where I actually, my life was at risk.
Right.
And I did not think that I was going to survive. And this was one of those open doors for me as well, where it kind of propelled me into that direction. Also the loss of family members, and even my soulmate relationship really, really opened up those doors to where I really had to deal with it.
Very much so. And, in our darkest moments come our strongest strengths.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay? And that's a quote from Sylvia Brown. And I think it really defines our lives. In your darkest moment, when everything seems to be wrong, that's when you become your strongest.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, we've got some callers on the line. They've been waiting for us. Let's go ahead and start taking some calls. Okay. As soon as I figure out how to do it. Hi, welcome to the Psychic Coffee Shop. I'm Aeson. How can we help you?
Hi, my name is Wendy.
Hi, Wendy, and how can I help you?
I'm wondering what you see coming up for a romantic relationship.
Raine, do you want to take this one?
Wendy. Well, Wendy, I'm getting that there are some changes coming in for you somewhere around the month of end of January, 1st of February. But I'm also picking up that there's another energy still around you. Are you just coming out of another relationship or just ending one?
Yeah, it's been a year, really.
Okay.
And I live in a small town, and I run into him every so often, and I think about him a lot, and I wonder if he's thinking about me. And his name is Steve.
His name is Steve?
Yeah.
Did you say Steve?
Steve, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he thinks about you a lot. As a matter of fact, one thing that I do pick up off of this situation is with this relationship, there was even consideration of marriage at one time, wasn't there?
That never came up, no.
Okay, well, I think he considered marriage in this relationship. I do see that there's some regret here, and if you have not heard from him, I feel like somewhere around the second week of January, you will be having him recontact you and try to reconnect with you on this.
So that's why I'm thinking about him so much.
Yeah, you pick up on each other's energy. Okay, this is definitely something that in the past that he was thinking about and still ponders over. Okay. However, I do feel like there is a new relationship, again, coming in aside from this relationship.
Okay.
Did you have anything that you wanted to add to that, Aeson?
I feel like she just needs to make peace with this, because she's still carrying the issues there. from that relationship, and you have to really get honest with yourself there and look at what was really going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. If you would like, you can reach Love Raines at psychicnights.org for a more detailed reading, and so that you guys can get a little bit more personal.
Mhm.
Okay?
Okay, thanks for the reading.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, now time for our next caller. Hi, thanks for calling the Psychic Coffee Shop. How can we help you?
Hello?
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 Oh, let me get my other phone. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Thanks for the Psychic Coffee Shop. How can we help you?
Well, I'm wondering if you can see where I might be living next, or when I might be moving.
I feel you'll be moving probably in the middle of December.
Of December?
December.
Wow.
And I feel like it's east of where you live now.
East.
Yeah.
Will it be a good move?
It'll be a stressful move, but once you get there, it'll be really good for you. I feel like financially it'll benefit you, and you'll be a lot more comfortable.
Do you know how it might come about?
It looks to me like it just basically falls in, the opportunity for it just falls in your lap.
Wow.
Okay. And it's really out of someone talking with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, there's also something else that I'm picking up off of this. I do sense that this person that you're going to be talking to is someone who is somewhere in their 30s, maybe mid to late 30s, male, lighter complexion, okay?
Uh-huh.
Kind of like popping in your lap where the opportunity comes in. Also, another thing I pick up about the situation, when you make the move, it's almost like taking a deep breath, like finally being able to move forward. It's going to be a big step for you as far as moving forward in your life, okay? Taking back a little bit of that power.
Wow. And it'll work out. And
It'll be a great move for you, hon.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow. So do you think I should do more advertising, or?
I feel you should.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
That way you can, reach more where you want to be at.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. And if you would like more information, you can always reach us at psychicnights.org.
Is that spelled Knight?
Yes.
Okay. Psychic Knights. Psychicnights.org.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great evening.
You too.
Okay. Now to our next one. Hi. Thanks for calling the Psychic Coffee Shop. How can we help you?
Hi, Aeson. Hi, Raine.
Hello.
I am curious as to what you see for relationships. I very recently met someone, and I'm really liking this guy a lot. So what are you picking up? Anything?
What is his name, Jada?
Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From what I'm getting on it, you need to take it slow.
Okay.
Okay? As long as you really work at the communication, which I know he gets stubborn at sometimes, it'll be a really good relationship for you.
What I do pick up about Jimmy is also he needs a little bit of patience here, okay? A little bit of patience. And what this tells me is that there are some things that are coming up from past relationships from him that he doesn't quite have resolved, but I do see that he is eager to try to move forward. He just needs a little bit of time. So definitely go slow with the relationship.
Do you see him relocating to be near me? To be nearer to me, I should say. Aeson, I'm sorry, I didn't get that one.
In March.
In March, okay.
Okay.
Great.
There'll be a little precipice in February where it's kind of like he's staying with you for a week just to get his foot and his grounding there. That'd be a great testing grounds for you two.
Fantastic. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you both for your help. I appreciate this. It was nice speaking with both of you.
It was nice speaking with you. If you need us, you can reach us at psychicnights.org.
At psychicnights.org. Okay, I got it. Okay. Have a nice evening.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye. Okay. We're going to take a few more. Here we go.
Hello?
Hello. Thanks for calling Psychic Coffee Shop. How can we help you?
Hi, I'm James.
Uh-huh.
Well, I have a question about love. I have two people in my life, like two females, and one is closer to my age, and one is younger.
Okay.
I have their names.
Please.
Paula and Katie.
Okay. And how can we help you with them?
I was wondering if one of them is the one.
I feel Paula's the one. I feel like she's got to get a lot more comfortable, though, because she looks like a scared cat in a racehorse.
Well, she's going to be leaving. She is going to she's going to Utah for school, and she leaves in. I've known her since January, but she leaves at the end of December.
Okay. I still see it continuing after that.
Really?
Yeah.
'Cause that's the girl that when I see her, like my energy, like is up there.
Yeah.
Since I'm on the phone, do you see me like moving in the place that where I'm at right now?
Moving from it?
Yes.
Not to
Did
Midsummer.
I applied somewhere else? I'm sorry?
Not to Midsummer.
Not to Midsummer.
Not
Okay.
to Midsummer, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
Okay, you too.
Okay, on to our next one. Hi, thanks for calling the Psychic Coffee Shop. How can we help you?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
You? I hear an echo.
It's because you've got us in Trio. It's echo because you're close to the computer.
That's too funny. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you. Thank you for taking my call. I'm also curious what you see as far as my love life.
Okay. Do you want us to look at someone specific?
I do.
Name, please.
Scott.
Scott. She says that so shyly.
There's a lot of fear there with that one.
Yeah.
I feel he's interested. I just feel like he's been battered and abused, and he's going to have to get more relaxed with you. You guys need to just spend quality time together.
And there's been some hurt on both of our ends.
Mm-hmm. I feel that'll heal. Don't you, Raine? What are you getting?
What I'm getting here is there's been a lot of hurt.
Yes, and I would like to clarify that we caused it amongst each other.
Mm-hmm.
So if that
you
helps.
what? You what?
We caused it. We caused hurt amongst each other.
Yes.
But there's that opens scars from other ones too. Do you understand?
One thing that I do pick up about Scott in particular, okay, part of the hurt that's come through on his part is not really knowing how to deal with hurt that has come from him in the past, and not even always really being fully aware of kind of some of the things that he's done or at the level of hurt that it's caused you.
Right.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of... Pardon me?
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, but now that he's aware of the hurt that he's caused as well as how much it can hurt, since I'm ashamed to say, but I also hurt him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, if you guys spend that quality time with each other, that'll relax itself. Okay, and really help heal it. Because that time together that you're building there is kind of like, antibiotic ointment on a cut.
Right. I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and, here's another thing, okay? What I pick up about this situation is, first of all, although there's a lot of pain, you still need to be working through so much that he really, really does, want to try to make the changes necessary. Okay, there is some awareness here, but this is going to be a work in progress for the both of you.
Right.
Okay. I just want to make sure my heart and head are battling right now, and my head's saying just give up now, but my heart is saying just work through it, and I don't know which one to listen to.
Always trust the heart, honey, because the head was only going to fill you with some logic. Okay, and logic is always based off of your past experiences and your fears.
You're right. Okay, so follow the heart.
Follow the heart, honey. It's got the pureness into it.
Thank you. I needed to hear that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, dear. You have a great evening, and
you both too.
And you can always reach us at 1-800-ASK-KEEN, and Aeson's extension is 1446, or extension is 3554555.
I will definitely bookmark it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great evening.
Thanks. You guys too. Bye-bye.
Next caller. Hi, thanks for calling the Psychic Coffee Shop. How can we help you? Hello. Thanks for calling the Psychic Coffee Shop.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hello.
Good, thank you.
And how can we help you?
I'm just wondering, do you see things working out with me and Lori, or do you see someone new coming in?
Lori.
I feel that they work out with you two, but you guys have got to start talking and start talking together and not at each other.
I distance here. Is there distance here?
Yes, there is.
Okay, I pick up distance here. And this distance hasn't necessarily been by everybody's choice, has it?
Not by my choice.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I should have said it that way. Yeah. Yeah, and the distance actually kind of is really kind of making things a little bit more complicated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What I pick up about her is at some point, due to communication issues, there was also a point where she got scared. She got a little bit scared. Right. Okay. Scared of commitment. Kind of, a little bit scared of the commitment because you were definitely ready, and I do feel like she really thought that she was ready, but she got a little bit scared. communication and trying to connect and make opportunities for you two to be together, and it being about you two would serve the relationship well. Okay.
Okay. So when do you maybe see a reconnection happening?
Around Christmas.
Okay.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll have a really good holiday.
That'd be very great.
Yeah, he's worried about that, you know.
Okay. So just relax. Take your time. Rebuild it slowly, okay?
Okay. Thank you very much. And yes, you're right. I am worried about Christmas. Thanks so much.
Okay. You have an awesome evening. Thank you for calling in.
Thanks so much. God bless you both.
God bless you.
Thanks.
Hello?
Thanks for calling the Psychic Coffee Shop. This is Aeson and Raine. How can we help you?
Hello, you two.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yes. Can you step away from a little bit of the speakers?
Did you just tell me to step away from the speakers?
Yeah, because the show's echoing.
And it's me, Athena. How are you?
Good, honey. How are you? What are you doing,
Are
Mama?
doing a great. I wanted to ask Raine and you if she thought that I would be happy in the future with one of the men that I am seeing, either Ed or Tyler, or if I should just let them both go.
Okay. Little help trying to connect into these two gentlemen. How do you know Ed? How do you know Tyler?
I met Tyler in junior high, and we started to date like 16 years later. And Ed is somebody I met. He was helping me move. He was hired by a place that bought my house. So, you know, he was, so I met him that way.
Okay. So your question is one better than the other, right?
Well, who would be the better mate for me, and who's more genuine? You know, who's the better guy?
Absolutely. I'm getting a stronger energy from Ed.
Okay.
And I know that there's a long history there with Troy, but as far as, you know, a better match with you, I'm getting a stronger energy from Ed. Okay, I feel like some of his experiences have kind of brought him to a place where he's more ready for a relationship with you, and I think that you'll find that as you go through, the process of learning to get to know each other.
Okay, and is one of these guys somebody that I would be happy with in the future, or I mean, is that the energy that you're picking up, or is it? You know, should I leave the door open?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Always leave the door open just because, but I'm getting a really good energy from Ed, okay? I see that this is definitely a possibility for a future long-term relationship.
Okay.
I think both of them is going to be good. I feel like, in general, honey, keep the door open because they're running neck and neck. Mm-hmm. You know, me and her disagree often in readings, and it's just because how we read.
Mm-hmm.
I feel both of them being involved in your life in the future.
Okay.
Great.
Guys, and you guys are doing a great job. This is fun. I like it.
Great. Well, hopefully you'll join us each weekend.
Of course. I put you in my reminder, so.
Awesome.
Okay, I'll get off so somebody else can.
Okay. We're going to take one last caller before we end the show. Hi, thanks for calling the Psychic Coffee Shop. How can we help you?
Hi, guess who this is?
Hello, my darling. How are you, Calliope?
I'm very well. I just wanted to get in here and say hi to you guys. Hi, Raine. I don't know you, but I've been listening. Okay. Well, I do have a question. I'm similar to the lady that just called. I have two men in my life, and I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to go along with the the flow of things. One is Larry from my past, and one is Tom from my very recent past.
Right.
Is there something you're picking up for me?
Honey, it's been a hard journey, but when I look at it, I feel Larry's the better choice. He's the one that's more connected to you, and I feel like you could build a lot more off of it. The other one, I feel waffling.
You feel what?
Waffling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We only got 1 minute left, so, honey, connect with us later. We'll finish you out. To wrap up, you got. If you want to contact us, you can go to psychicnights.org, or you connect directly with Miss Raine at 1-800-ASK-KEEN, extension 03554559.
Gosh, I'm familiar with Keen.
Uh-huh.
And you know what?
Yeah.
We are so happy that everybody joined us tonight for our first night with our little faux pas, but I think we did okay. And, we wish everyone safe sailing on your journey of life. And until next week, and it was a pleasure, and good night, all.
Good night.
Are you at a crossroads in your life? Or are you feeling stuck and not sure where to turn? We can help. Visit our website at psychic.biz from your computer, smartphone, or tablet, where you can get accurate readings and insight by speaking with any one of our tested advisors. We offer live chat, video sessions, one-on-one phone calls, and even email readings. We have several gifted psychics, tarot readers, astrologers, and other healers from around the world who are available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your initial chat is always free, and our psychics do offer special prices and low per-minute rates. Visit us today at psychic.biz and get the guidance you need today for your tomorrow.
You're listening to the Magic Happens Radio Network, sponsored by the Magic Happens magazine. You'll find us at www.themagichappens.com.